Hi guys, I wanted to go over what you're going to be doing this week for your at-home work because it's more than just reading the story. You're going to read a story, you're going to watch a movie, and then you're going to write your own version of the story. So this week we're talking about irony in class on your second day of class, whether that's Tuesday or Friday. And so what you're going to do at home is you're going to watch or you're going to read the story, The Gift of the Magi, which you're probably familiar with, even if you don't realize that you're familiar with it. Okay, so I have posted, well, it will be posted when I'm done with this video, the assignment, and I wanted to walk you through it so there weren't any questions. So first of all, you have a PDF here for the story, The Gift of the Magi. It's by O. Henry. So just to give you a little bit of information about the title, if you are not familiar with the Magi is a biblical term. So the Magi were the people who came to see Jesus. The three kings is another way to reference them, but they came to see Jesus when he was born, and they brought gifts to the baby, the newborn baby king. And so that is where the idea of gift giving comes from. I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. Let me slow down. That's where the idea of gift giving comes from that we traditionally celebrate at Christmas time. So they were selfless gifts given by these kings. They were the most expensive gold, silver, and myrrh. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And they were very expensive sacrificial gifts. It required a lot of sacrifice for them to give these gifts to the baby Jesus. And so that's the title. The story is not about Jesus, but that will help you understand why it's called The Gift of the Magi. But it does take place at Christmas time, and it is a story about giving gifts. So you have the link to the story. There's no questions. You just have to read it. You also have a link to the Mickey Mouse version of the story. If for some reason this link does not work for you, if you have Disney Plus or Netflix, this is part of the Disney Christmas stories that are on there. It's one of the short videos. Otherwise, something we need to work on in this class because of the emails that I get is using your own resources and like problem solving. So if for some reason the video doesn't come up or the link to the story doesn't come up, Google has a million options. So before you email me, Google Gift of the Magi by O. Henry, and you will find the story, or Mickey and Minnie version of Gift of the Magi, and you will find the video. Okay, you will find it. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. So if the link doesn't work, try to problem solve before you email me about it. Okay, so then the other thing you'll have here is you will have this video that I'm recording. So there'll be three things attached. So if you notice what you have to do, you have to read the story. Right here, it says read the short story, The Gift of the Magi, watch the Mickey and Minnie version, and then you're going to do a little bit of creative writing. It says write your own version of The Gift of the Magi. I'm not giving you a length requirement, but I am giving you things that I want you to make sure that you include. The first thing is dramatic irony, and it says if you don't know what that is, watch the video, which I'm going to explain that to you here in just a second. The second thing is you need to make sure you include an effective plot. We've talked about plot sequencing, so you should have an exposition to the story where we learn a little bit about the characters and the conflict. You should have rising action, you should have climax, you should have falling action, and then you should have a resolution where we figure out how the story ends. I don't want a cliffhanger. I want a nice wrapped up story, just like the two versions that you read. Okay, you can take a creative spin on it and I don't know, do whatever you want with the actual story as long as it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, and you will understand what that is when you watch the version and you read the original story. Okay, and then it says to try to include an element of foreshadowing. So, foreshadowing, remember, is a little clue about what is going to happen in the story. And when you watch the Mickey Mouse version and when you read the actual version by O. Henry, you will catch foreshadowing clues. Okay, and I just need one. I need one little clue, like this isn't going to go well. Give a little hint. Okay. So if you don't know what dramatic irony is, let me explain that to you. We will be talking about irony in class this week on the Friday and Tuesday. But in case you're doing this before then, which some of you will be, let me go over irony. So here it is. There are three different types of irony that we will be talking about in class, but this is the type that you need to include in your story. And this is our most common type when we're dealing with movies and when we're dealing with literature. Okay, and so dramatic irony is when we as the audience, whether you're watching a movie or you're reading a book, you understand more about what's going to happen. You know things that the character does not know. When you read The Gift of the Magi and when you watch the Mickey Mouse version, you will understand exactly what this is. The dramatic irony is super obvious. We know way, 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 way more than Mickey and Minnie do, or than the characters in the original version do. Okay. So there are a couple of examples, and my face is cutting them off. So I'm gonna just tell you. So the one is if a girl's going on a blind date with a boy and they've just been texting or whatever and they've never met, but we know that this is a boy that she actually hates from high school. And so we as the audience know that they've had terrible interactions, that I don't know, he's bullied her or whatever. But online they really hit it off and now they're going to meet and we know there's gonna be drama because we know that she doesn't like him. So if you've seen the movie Cinderella Story, it's super old. Like, I don't know, it's from when I was a teenager or in college or something. With Hilary Duff, that's basically the plot line where the boy and the girl like each other, but they don't know each other. And when they meet, they are shocked at who the other person is. Also, dramatic irony is the most common type of irony when you think of any scary movie. So we know that the killer is hiding in the closet. The girl, for some reason, even though she's right by the back door, decides to run upstairs to her bedroom to hide and opens the closet. So there's the dramatic irony there of we, as the audience, know she's about to get her face chopped off or something. Okay, so that's dramatic irony. So that needs to be included in your story. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, use your resources and figure it out on your own. Okay.